Today we are talking about a story that has shaken the nation and captured everyone's attention. The latest developments in the bandit crisis and the statement from Sheikh Ahmad Gumi that has everyone talking. Before we dive in, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates, and share your thoughts in the comments as we go along. For years now, the bandit problem has been one of the most serious security issues in northern Nigeria. Communities have lived in fear, traveling from place to place with worry, not knowing if they will come back safely. Schools have been attacked, villages raided, and countless people kidnapped. Families live in constant anxiety. The situation has stretched the patience of citizens and the resources of security forces. Every day, reports of abductions, killings, and raids fill the news, and the government continues to face pressure to respond decisively. Into this already tense environment comes the statement of Sheikh Gumi. Many of you know Sheikh Gumi. He has been a controversial figure because of his engagement with bandits to secure the release of kidnapped victims. Some see him as a mediator trying to save lives. Others question his approach and worry that it gives the wrong message. His latest comments, however, have escalated the debate. In a recent public statement, he compared the kidnapping of school children to the killing of soldiers, calling the former a lesser evil than the latter. This statement has sparked outrage, debate, and intense conversation across social media and news platforms. Now, some people defend him. They say he has spent years working to free hostages and that his point was about prioritizing action to save lives. They argue that when soldiers are killed outright, the situation becomes even more tragic and more complex. Others, however, believe his words downplay the seriousness of kidnapping innocent children. Families who have lost loved ones or seen children taken have found the comments deeply troubling. It is a reminder that words matter, especially in a country already facing enormous security challenges. Security forces continue to respond to the crisis. In recent months, police and military operations have rescued several hostages, arrested suspected bandits, and recovered weapons. Efforts to stop attacks have intensified in many states, including Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna, and Kebbi. But despite these efforts, attacks continue. The challenges are real. Forests and remote areas provide hiding places for criminals, and limited resources make it difficult to respond to every incident in time. These operations are dangerous, and the bravery of our security personnel deserves recognition. Meanwhile, public opinion is divided. Some Nigerians argue for more negotiations, some for stronger military action, and others call for a combination of both approaches. The truth is that no single solution exists. What is clear, however, is that the suffering of civilians is urgent and must guide how leaders respond. Every day, more stories emerge. People recount how they escaped kidnappers, how families raised ransom, and how communities organized to protect themselves. Many of these stories are heart-wrenching, showing the resilience and courage of ordinary citizens facing extraordinary danger. As we continue, remember to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so. Your support helps us continue to bring these updates to you in real time. The situation has also brought attention to the broader questions of security policy. How should the government address banditry effectively while protecting innocent lives? How can communities play a role in supporting security without taking the law into their own hands? How can mediation efforts like those of Sheikh Gumi complement the work of law enforcement without appearing to justify crimes? These are questions Nigerians are asking every day. Despite the fear and challenges, there have been moments of hope. Some hostages have been released, sometimes after negotiation, sometimes following security operations. Communities have found ways to stay alert, report suspicious movements, and protect vulnerable members. These small victories are important, but the crisis remains serious and ongoing. As we speak, people continue to debate Sheikh Gumi's statement. Some argue that his approach is pragmatic, trying to engage with bandits to save lives. Others insist that statements must reflect the seriousness of crime and respect the feelings of victims. This tension reflects the complexity of the crisis itself. For those following these developments, it is clear that patience, vigilance, and coordinated action are essential. Families are watching the news constantly, hoping for safe returns. Citizens are looking to leaders for guidance and protection. And the nation as a whole is observing how discussions and statements, such as those from Gumi, influence the overall approach to security. The bandit crisis is a reminder of how fragile peace can be. It teaches lessons about community resilience, government responsibility, and the need for solutions that protect life. It also highlights the importance of communication. What leaders say publicly can shape perception, trust, and response. Before I continue, I want to remind you to like this video and subscribe. We will keep bringing these stories in a way that is clear, factual, and easy to understand. As more operations unfold, updates come in almost daily. Security agencies are tracking bandits, rescuing hostages, and working with local leaders to prevent further attacks. Every rescue is a victory, but the broader crisis continues. If families remain anxious and communities are vigilant, the statement from Gumi adds another layer to this story. It reminds Nigerians that even those trying to mediate face criticism. It shows that words carry weight, and public discussion is important for shaping solutions. It also underscores the emotional impact of the crisis. Every child kidnapped, every life threatened, resonates deeply with the public. As we continue to watch developments, remember that this is a collective challenge. Citizens, government, security forces, and mediators all play roles. The ultimate goal is safety, stability, and peace. Every day stories come in, reports of kidnappings foiled, of ransom negotiations, of community defenses. Every piece adds to the bigger picture of how Nigeria is trying to respond to the bandit crisis. Some stories inspire hope, studies others highlight risk, and all remind us that the crisis is far from over. The reality on the ground is that bandit attacks are evolving. Bandits are no longer operating in isolated incidents. They are more organized, sometimes coordinating attacks across villages, highways, and remote areas. This has forced both the government and security agencies to rethink strategies. Intelligence gathering, local community cooperation, and rapid response units are becoming critical in trying to contain these attacks. Communities are now learning to identify early warning signs, unusual movements, unfamiliar faces, and suspicious activities, and report them immediately. Sheikh Gumi's approach has been controversial because he has been trying to establish dialogue with these groups, emphasizing negotiation as a tool to secure hostage release. While this has succeeded in some cases, it has also caused debate. People wonder, is negotiation empowering criminals or is it saving lives? There are no simple answers. The truth is, in a crisis of this scale, every strategy carries a risk. Families affected by kidnappings are living with constant anxiety. Parents wake up every day worrying about their children, knowing that at any moment bandits could strike. These are real people's lives. Mothers, fathers, children, entire communities, and their voices must not be ignored. Whenever a child is rescued, it brings relief not only to the family but to the entire community. However, the trauma of the experience often remains long after the rescue. Security operations have intensified in states like Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna, and Kebbi. The military and police units are working together to track bandits, secure release of captives, and recover stolen property. These operations are often risky, sometimes resulting in casualties among security forces. The courage of these officers and soldiers cannot be overstated. They are working under difficult conditions in dangerous terrain and often with limited resources. Meanwhile, public discourse continues online and offline. Nigerians are debating the best way forward: stronger military action, negotiation, or a combination of both. Social media is filled with opinions, some supporting Gumi, others criticizing him. Radio and television talk shows are running panel discussions on what approach will truly bring peace and security. This is important because public opinion shapes policy, and policy shapes the response on the ground. It's crucial to understand that while negotiation can work, it is not a standalone solution. Law enforcement and security agencies must continue to improve operations, strengthen intelligence networks, and coordinate with communities. Policies must ensure the safety of civilians while holding perpetrators accountable.